Morning, guys. Just dropped the kids off, heading back over to the grain bins. We'll take a load of beans to Cargill. These beans are going to be borderline. They're going to probably be 15.9 to 16, somewhere in there is my guess. So I really hope that they take them. Thanks to one of my subscribers, I think his name was Buckeye Farm Boy or something along those lines. He's commented on my video from last night and said he's sitting in a line at Cargill right now. That's four lines, so that's it's gonna be a while. But that's what we gotta do this morning. We gotta get some trucks dumped. It's not supposed to rain till 3 o'clock, so we're hoping to finish the first crops and then start on the doubles. If you've been hauling into Cargill, you understand the importance of them flashers. That's how you tell everyone you're the last truck in line. That way, when you've got multiple lines, people know who they are, who's in front of them. You get 3 or 4 lines in here, it gets kind of confusing who you're behind. I mean, you might be in the far right lane, the guy you're behind's in the far left lane. So what happens is everyone just keeps rolling forward. I mean, whoever's turn it is to go under the probe goes. Then when we get down here to the end, if I'm in that far lane over there, I'm just going to cut across in front and get behind the truck that I'm behind, who might be in that other far lane. And if everyone knows who they're behind and they're honest, it works pretty good. But there's been some moments where there's almost been some fights in here before, and most of the time it's just a misunderstanding. Like, I know last year, a year or two ago, me and George were in a far lane, like we were in a double line, or we made a new line or something. Some old boy walks up to us and goes, "Trying to shuck us?" I said, "What do you mean trying to shuck you?" Said, "Well, you drove right in front of us." I said, "Well, buddy, we're just making another line so we can get these trucks off the road because they're backed up to the road." Once we explained to him what we were doing, everything was fine. I just got off the phone with Dad. He's over at the dryer. He's dumping the load. The first load we did last night, he tested it 15.6, so this load should be good. The only reason we're not drying this load is because just time. It takes too long to dry beans, and we got to try to make up some time. Try to get something done before it rains. See this lane right here? It goes all the way down to where that other truck's at. But a lot of people start getting over too early, and what that does is it kind of makes it like if this place was packed, it's not a big deal right now because there's not a whole lot of lines, but if this place was packed, people still do that, and you could fit 4 or 5 more semis in here whenever they start doing that. And that may not sound like much, but whenever you're lined up like 10 trucks back Watch Street and you're just waiting on the cop to give you a ticket, I don't know, I always go up to, they got a line painted where the line merges, and that's where I drive up to. 16.2. That complicates things. Turns out, while I'm sitting on the scale, I gotta go through these scales to get out of here, but I'm 16.1. I understand they can't let me go and then not let the guy behind me go at 16.1 or whatever, but man, that's frustrating. Alright, there's been a lot of confusion on why we were taking beans to an ethanol plant. We're not really taking them to the ethanol plant. There's a Cargill that is right beside an ethanol plant that supplies that ethanol plant with corn. So that Cargill also takes soybeans. So really, the ethanol plant is not who's buying those soybeans. Cargill is. It's just, whenever I say we're taking them to the ethanol plant, I'm saying that because there's an ethanol plant right beside the Cargill. Alright, since we got turned down, we're going to dump this over here and dry it. And then as soon as possible, we are going to start doing beans. Well, apparently our tester is off, or their tester's full of, I don't know. I'm sure you could reprobe it. If there wouldn't have been such a line, I'd have asked her to reprobe the truck and maybe I would have got it done. But I'll be darned if I was getting back in that line. And there was 4 or 5 lines when I left. Well, unfortunately, I could not hold all of what was in that truck. So I'm having to load out a truck to make room, hoping I don't have to wait on the dryer to cycle before I can empty that truck because I need it to go harvest beans. On today's episode of Feeding George, he's eating crap. Surprisingly enough, this is the first meal we've had during harvest from McDonald's. We've hit up Wendy's a few times, but I'm pretty sure this is the first McDonald's lunch. What are you doing, George?
I'm going up here and kiss my girlfriend goodbye. She's got to go to work.
Yeah. She just happens to live right there, and she also happens to have a functioning bathroom. So while we were dumping trucks and I was sitting there waiting, I went ahead and called Midland's customer service, and they're going to send me another MXT 275. Sounds like mine's there's something wrong with it. The way they talk, this might be something they've had come up before. I told her what was going on. She said, okay, we're just going to send you another one. So can't ask for much more than that. That's great. The 115, the black truck I was having trouble with, she said the microphone's probably bad in it, so they're sending me another mic, and if that doesn't fix it, they told me just to send it back also. So customer service top notch so far. Dad and Trey are they already got started. I think we only got like maybe 25 acres of these first crops. Should be able to get those no problem, and then we're going to go start on some double crops. Hopefully we'll have a truck. We might just be able to load the grain cart. I don't know. It's going to be the main issue. See, if you're on Instagram, you get to see this picture I just took, or Facebook. Pretty much flew through that last 20 acres. There's only a couple passes left, and first crops will be done. I can't see any reason why we're not going to finish these. I don't know. The rain's not here yet. It's not supposed to rain until 3 or 4 o'clock. It's only 12:30. We're out trucks, so we might have to wait on the dryer, or these beans are just not dry enough. They're 16 is what I'm making them now. I've adjusted my moisture. I should be close, but I'm not close enough. I don't think. I don't think they'll dump them in there, and we're not going to go wait in line for 4 hours right now just to get turned away again.
Okay, Brian, we'll finish this up. This is the last first crop. You got about a round. We'll be done. We'll be done with first crop. Start on double crops, hopefully, if we get some trucks. So far, I think all we're going to have maybe the grain cart, if that.
All right, that's the last of the first crops. 20 acres didn't take long. Both of us running. I mean, we're cutting real easy. We've been running 4.5 mile an hour. 2 combines running that fast don't take long. Well, that auction was today, and we were planning on going, but I mean, we got a good day to do to harvest. That's what we're going to do. We've got someone there watching something for us, so we might snag a dump trailer if it goes the right price. But it's probably a good thing we aren't there. My cousin just texted me and said, hey, that grader they had went for $2,000, so I got a feeling if we'd have been there, for some reason, we'd have a road grader right now.
Okay, move back down harnesses. Finish up beans, first crop, start double crops. I gotta take my corn head down, put the shed. Well, I hope nobody's coming up over the hill there.
Came back for the heads and the grain cart, and then hopefully we can get something done. It is starting to get overcast. There's rain on the radar, but the Weather Channel app says not till 5 o'clock, so I don't know. See what happens.
Yeah, it's camera worthy. You don't know how to use a ratchet strap. You gotta tell people what me and George are working with here now.
Listen.
Come on there, Junior. Now push.
Watch. Check this up.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't say.
I ain't saying.
Moving right along, are they?
Well, they got them lined up now. They're taking 5 corn and 5 beans. 5 corn, 5 beans.
Best stuff at Trey.
The rest of it I dumped out there.
That's a wheat field.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a wheat field. You had to go scatter it out.
All right, we got all the stuff moved over. Dad's getting ready to start on that double crop field. All we have is a grain cart, and we're full. They're so busy in there. It's 2:30. They close at 4. We won't be able to get any more dry beans in there today because we don't have another truck that we can put dry beans on to send in there. So that's probably gonna be it. It's just a grain cart. And the worst thing is, if it doesn't rain, we're still screwed because they're not open tomorrow and they're not open Sunday. So we're going to have trucks loaded and nowhere to go.
Yeah, here we are starting double crops. This is the first double crop we've done. Run pretty good. All we can do is load the grain cart. Don't have any trucks. Empty.
All right, well, I'm taking George over here to get that truck. Like I said, the school's right beside the farm, so I got to pick up my daughter from school, take her home. Alright, Dad's just getting started on the double crops. He's got the field opened up. He's saying they're about 16% moisture, maybe 15.5, but cargo's gonna be closed and they're not opening again until Monday, and everything we have is loaded. So I'm gonna claw up all these grain bins and see if we can squeeze in one more load.
Two varieties in here. The first one here is on the end is sea consult. And on out there, if you can see the lighter gray is a channel variety.
Alright, we've done some shuffling and I think we can maybe get a couple dryer dumps in a grain bin. That was, it's pretty full. So, I don't know. Probably wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't about to rain, but we're gonna try to get 2 more dryer dumps. That way we can maybe load 1 more truck. Alright, Dad seems to think that we're gonna be able to finish this field. So I'm gonna hook up my combine and we're gonna try to finish it before it rains. Alright, we're back to combine now. Like I said, Dad's got this field opened up and we're kind of thinking maybe we can get it done before the rain hits. So I got in my combine and now we're doing double crop beans. Been getting asked a lot here lately, especially since I've been mentioning double crops, what double crops are. I guess this is a regional thing. You don't think about this when you grew up the same place your whole life, but around here we're able to grow wheat. We'll plant wheat in the winter. I mean, as soon as we get the first part, we'll always harvest our beans that have wheat going to them first, and we'll plant wheat. That wheat will come off end of June, early July, and then as soon as we can, we will plant beans in them, and that's what we call double crop beans. Even had one neighbor double crop corn. I don't know if he did any this year, but he has in years past. I think he's got along pretty good with it every time he's done it.
About 4 miles, right?
Well, the auction came and went, and we didn't get our dump trailer. So I don't know. It probably still wasn't a bad deal. I think it went for 19, but it was an older trailer, but it was in good shape. Just kind of looking for something for fertilized and lime, and I'm sure we'd haul great with it. I told Dad I wish you would have got that dump trailer. We could have loaded it tonight. I'm going to hop down and get a moisture sample right while I'm right here by the grain bins. I think maybe one of these trucks will be able to take to town without drying, but unfortunately it won't be till Monday, but that would help us out a lot because Monday is going to be a day of moving trucks and grain. Well, the moisture tester made these dry, or well, not dry, but it made them 14.6. I don't know that I believe that. I'm not going to change my yield monitor. It's saying 15.5, but I probably will try risking taking that black truck in there on Monday. All right, change of plans again. It's starting to sprinkle, so I'm going to attempt to get another round in. It's not raining yet, but I think it's going to happen soon. I want to try to get that grain cart loaded. Right now it's about half loaded. We didn't end up loading that black truck, probably won't load it. That way we can throw some dry beans out of the load out one to hit, keep the dryer going over the weekend. But I don't think we're going to get this field done. Well, we're going to go ahead and take the heads off. The cart's full and we got 1 truck full. That'll leave that black truck empty so we can put dry beans on it. The rain is almost here, so I don't think we were going to be able to load all that black truck. So instead of having a partial load, tying that thing up, we're just going to leave it empty so we can get some more beans dried over the weekend. Well guys, it's starting to rain now. It's not raining hard yet. I don't know what it's going to do, but we're not going to be able to harvest tomorrow one way or another just because we can't get rid of beans, or where it's closed till Monday. We have about 250-ish acres left. I have to look at the computer to get an accurate count, but we're hoping we can do that in 3 days, but unfortunately we have to move 5 times to do those acres, and it looks like next week there might be a few days where we can maybe get it accomplished, so that's the goal. But thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brian's Farming Videos and Facebook at Brown Farms, and we'll see you in the next video.